Alright, Sun Pharma, and the numbers are flashing on your screen, PAT of about 881, whereas the poll put the figure to about 773, so that's ahead of expectations. Let's see where the sales number has come in, but on the profit side, they have clearly beat expectations. 881 quarter 3 PAT versus our expectation of 771. We are expecting sales to go up by about 21%, that's 2850, so sales are also way above expectations for Sun Pharma. On both the profit as well as the sales front, the company has delivered, in fact, beaten expectations. The margins, we were expecting some contraction to about 41.5%, but I reckon they would be stable on the margins front. They did about 44.9 in the same quarter last year. So it'd be interesting to see where margins come in right now, because that would be encouraging for the market, as the profit number has come in higher than what we had estimated. Domestic business is likely to go about 18 to 20%. Their export business is likely to grow about 20 to 22%. Of course, the DUSA launch in the US was expected to aid revenue, so perhaps those details are being reflected. Sun Pharma should bring up the 1 week chart as well as a 1 month chart. The stock, after an initial nosedive, is actually now spiking up, so 752 and still counting. There are new generic products which got launched, Plavix, Zyprexa and Seroquel. All of these have contributed to the revenue performance, or that was the expectation.
Darshan, you go first on Sun Pharma.
It's clearly a big surprise coming in for Sun Pharma, because most of the time they declare number after marketers, but what we've seen is, post the Taro number that came in, expectations had already been built in that Sun Pharma will come out with a very good set of numbers. That is what happened. Revenues up almost 33%, almost beating street by 300 crores, mainly led by Taro. Profits up almost 31%, 881 crores that came in. But the surprise also coming in terms of the margins, almost 44.5% versus the expectation of close to 41.5%. Clearly, most of it coming in from the international business. The big disappointment coming for Sun Pharma is the fact that the India business did not grow. So if you're seeing the India business, just 13% growth versus the expectation of 18 to 20%. We'll have to watch out for what the management has indicated, gives a press release in terms of, the individual breakup, but clearly that is something that the street is disappointed with. And most of the had been factored in, because Sun Pharma had risen close to 4% post the Taro number. So a lot of profit booking is something that can happen. The international markets did well. US grew 32%, international markets grew almost 31%, rest of the world grew 31%, sorry. So on the back of very strong numbers from Taro and domestic markets, that disappointment, but overall Sun Pharma came out with decent set of numbers.